Imagine an ordinary day. Millions of people hurry about their business, laugh, argue, love, hate. The sun sets, painting the sky in soft shades of orange and pink. Cities flare up with thousands of lights, promising comfort and safety. No one suspects that this day will be the last. It all began like nothing. A faint flicker of light, a barely noticeable change in the familiar noise of the world. Perhaps it was a strange signal from the depths of space, or an anomalous natural phenomenon, an inexplicable glitch in the very fabric of reality. People looked up, feeling an unexplainable unease, as if the world was holding its breath. Technology began to behave strangely. Screens flickered, radios picked up non-existent stations, trains slowed down as if losing their orientation. The tension grew, a sense of something grand and terrifying. And then, everything stopped. There were no screams, there were no explosions, just a world that, a moment ago, was full of life, suddenly became empty. People disappeared, simply evaporated, leaving behind only silence and emptiness. The first hours were surreal. Airplanes without pilots continued flying along their trajectories before crashing. Cars left on the roads slowly rolled down slopes. Electricity was still working. Lamps burned in empty homes. Televisions broadcast old programs into the void. But it was only a temporary calm before the storm. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Cities, once sparkling with lights, began to sink into darkness. Nature, forgotten for a time, began its triumphant return. Wild animals, freed from the fear of humans, grew bolder, entering cities, walking through deserted streets. Life support systems, left unattended, began to fail one after another. Water returned to the rivers. Plants pushed through the asphalt, restoring the land to its original form. Years passed, decades. Buildings, deprived of maintenance, began to collapse. Glass shattered, roofs caved in. Nature relentlessly erased the traces of human presence, healing the wounds inflicted by civilization. Cities turned into urban ruins, drowning in greenery. Hundreds, and then thousands of years. Almost everything that reminded of humanity disappeared. Only rare, fossilized artifacts remained, fragments of former greatness that nature preserved like souvenirs. The earth breathed evenly, calmly, without fuss and noise. Sometimes, in the silence of the deserted planet, it seems you can hear it, that same inexplicable signal. It is somewhere nearby. It is waiting. The earth has returned to its primordial state, but the mystery that took humanity may still be here, hidden in the silence of space, in the depths of the ocean, in the whisper of the wind. The world continues to live, but the echo of that mysterious event has forever remained in its silence. Night has once again fallen upon the planet. The sky, free from light pollution, reveals stars that people have never seen. The Milky Way stretches in all its beauty, like a canvas woven from diamond dust. In this primordial silence, broken only by the rustle of leaves and the distant hoot of an owl, one can feel the breath of time. The earth, unburdened by the bustle of humanity, calmly rotates around the sun, healing its wounds, restoring its former harmony. The oceans, once filled with the noise of our ships and emissions, have regained their grandeur. Coral reefs, freed from destructive influence, bloom in a lush riot of colors. Marine life, from tiny plankton to giant whales, freely travels across the waters, no longer fearing predators created by humans. The silent depths hold secrets we never had time to unravel, but now no one will disturb them. Rivers carve new paths, washing away the last traces of concrete structures. Meadows and fields, once conquered by our agriculture, reclaimed the wastelands. Seeds carried by wind and animals sprout in the most unexpected places, on the tops of skyscrapers, in abandoned subway tunnels. Nature, like an artist, rewrites the landscape, restoring its original beauty. Sometimes, when the wind carries strange, inexplicable sounds, it feels as if the past is reaching out to us. It is the echo of that mysterious event that forever changed the fate of the planet. Was it a warning? Or simply a transition to a new, unknown form of existence? We will never know. But one thing is clear. The Earth is alive, and it continues its journey, free from human ambitions, full of mysteries and endless possibilities.